I said,
Did you
Alright, ready?
do you remember Blake 7?
Oh yes.
That was bad, wasn't it?
Yes.
Well, I enjoyed it.
I saw it.
Battlestar Galactica, do you remember that one?
Yeah, but that was actually the special effects were good. Blake 7, do you remember? I mean, it was literally like people were filming in a front room or something. And anyway, we'll have to talk about Blake.
Like
7.
us!
Yeah. They were making a sci-fi film. That's the difference.
Yeah.
We're not making a sci-fi film.
We're just talking about sci-fi.
Okay.
Right, so we are the Africentrix.
Yeah. And I'm Isis.
Abby's JC Kamal,
And I'm Junior Tomlin.
And what are we going to talk about today? Can I give them a clue?
if you like.
What are we going to talk about today?
That's a good. That clue's better than the last clue. Yeah, at least it doesn't have the actual name.
I didn't even try that.
Yeah, otherwise, beam me up, Scotty.
Yeah.
I think you've given it away now.
But we don't know what aspect of Star Trek we are speaking
It's a
about.
big universe, much like our last one on Star Wars. It's a big universe.
Must watch.
Yeah.
A
And I
huge
think
universe.
it probably warrants quite a few different segments, actually.
Yes,
I think one would never be enough.
They should do a whole segment on the Discovery Channel.
On the
would be good.
Discovery ship,
Yeah.
rather than the channel.
Well, they should do a series about Star Trek on the Discovery
on
Channel.
the Discovery Channel. Right, okay, I get you. That was a bit of a pun. Discovery
Yes.
and Discovery Channel.
But that's what we're going to be talking
Discovered on the Discovery Channel.
about. If you haven't gathered by now, we're going to be speaking about
Star
your
Trek,
favourite show
Star Trek Discovery.
with Shaniqua Martin Green.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Badass.
Yes, and again, she came from one of my favourite shows, which is Walking Dead.
Yes,
So that
indeed.
it's nice when you make those links as well. I quite like those kind of crossover links. Kind of
Mm.
like the crossovers.
Yeah, I wasn't so made it less disappointing when she got killed off from the.
Yeah, because we knew what was coming.
Yeah.
What character did she play? Was she the girl with the samurai sword?
No,
That's Michonne.
Michonne. No, she
Michonne.
was oh god, she was the one with the really nice brother who died. Oh god, what was her name? Oh,
I can't remember
I
how the
can't
character's name.
But yeah,
It doesn't really matter. It's
you know,
irrelevant now.
so on
She's not in
season
it
10
anymore.
now. She died a while back.
Anyway.
And she's in Star Trek Discovery.
People who fight the zombies deserve to death because they don't wear armor. Ping.
So, what did you guys think of the trailer? The trailer for this new season of Star Trek Discovery.
Oh yes, looking good. She's
Yes.
pulling different hairstyles though.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm not
So-
really feeling the weave.
Yeah, but the locks were good.
Yeah, the plaits.
And then
were
obviously we like the short hair.
good. Yeah, it's much better. She looks good with the short hair.
Well, she's in the future, so she can afford to have a future hairstyle.
Looking interesting. I can see that it looks as though she's been separated at some point when she wears the Red Angel? And she obviously arrives at a different point in time to the ship.
Yes.
Because she
Yes.
looks as though she's there and like
They're somewhere else.
Yeah, because Tilly and what's his name, the Kelpian, they are Sabu. They are in a different space at some point. So I think they're trying to find
Yeah,
each other.
because she went before them, but she's tethered.
Yeah. But did the tether keep or did it break?
That's what we're going to be found
And
out.
where is she?
Yeah.
How
and
far away is she?
we don't know because we know it said 20 whatever blah blah blah. It's a many
It's
centuries.
930
years.
years
That's it.
Yeah,
ahead.
Yeah.
They've been pushed forward.
yeah, nearly a million years, man.
It's a
Yeah.
long time.
Yeah, boy. People
Nearly
know.
1,000 years, man.
I don't think there's going to be many people alive that she knew.
Yeah. There's no one-way trip, you know.
No, I mean even the creatures that live very long times, they still won't be alive for a million years.
Hundreds.
But Giorgio is still
Yeah.
alive.
Well, she went
Great
with them.
character.
Oh,
yeah.
yes, she did, didn't she?
Yeah, she great. Great
Yeah.
character.
So she's
From
Michelle
the,
Yao.
yeah,
yeah,
from the
amazing.
alternative universe.
Yes, and that's another thing they don't know that yet.
Not
Yeah,
all
so
the
she's
crew,
a
yeah,
terror.
not all the crew know.
Some of them knew.
Only
Tilly, all the people that went with them.
Did they?
Tilly, yeah, because she was with them, with the Terran.
But did she admit to being a Terran?
I think she's told a few people.
Not everyone knows.
I think
that's
Tilly
still-
knows.
Yeah, maybe Tilly.
Well, she'll figure it out.
Yeah. Anyway,
Yeah, so, what do you think? The ship that disappeared, that we never knew about, according to canon.
do you think they will get back?
No.
No, it's not Star Trek
It
Voyager.
Yeah.
What? Why wouldn't they go back?
There is no point, because once you close the door, yeah, you can basically set up any particular future in a different realm, in a different place, and come up with totally different things, not tethered to Starfleet or anything what's happened in your own galaxy where you came from.
Yeah, because I think
you've got freedom.
It breaks the
It's a
timeline.
good break.
You can for a writer. If I was a writer on the show, I would love the fact that I was free. I did not have to stick to the timeline as we know it.
Yeah.
Because there's so much canon that we have to stick to because we know certain events have happened, but they've gone way off cue.
Yeah, the timeline is so constricted to the point here where they've done something with a lot of shows that haven't done.
Yeah, it's good because even the whole issues with the Kelvin timeline and the original timeline, you know, there's two already coexisting. So in a way, if they were to come back, how would they fit within? And we don't, you know, I think it's really cool.
Obviously, from the trailer, you can still see that Starfleet are there. But how powerful do you think they are? Do you think they've subsided, or are they still the same Starfleet all roaming the galaxy?
$1 million question.
There's probably still roaming the galaxy.
But I think that's an interesting one because if we think about Star Trek, the original series, and you know, there's the humans, and really it's the Vulcans who have joined forces with the humans in terms of, you know, so they're part of that whole thing. But you know, the Romulans are quite the enemies then, as are the what do you call them? Worf. What's his people? Klingons. Okay, so and then you get to Next Generation and Klingons and Romulans. You know, everybody's now part of this big, you know,
Federation.
Yeah, and then
I didn't see any Klingons in the trailer.
No, but then so they're there, and then by the time you get to
You won't. You
Right.
won't see Klingons in there because remember they're so far into the future. There was no Klingons on the ship.
yeah.
Yeah, but why would the Klingons no longer exist?
Well, we don't know. They might do.
No, they do.
But in basically, what I'm trying to say, in every subsequent series, there are more different non-human or humanoid species that join in with it.
The reason why I mentioned the Klingons because in the series Discovery so far, the Klingons had an integral part
Yeah, they were good.
of the series. So, would they still have the Klingons as an integral part of the series with their faces and the way? Because I really like the whole style of the Klingons and the different.
But the lovely thing we say with the Klingons, when you fit them, you know, back into the timeline. This is the timeline before Kirk became the captain of the Enterprise.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah. So the Klingons will still have their skirmishes with
the
Federation.
The
and
Federation,
everything
exactly.
else.
That's what I was trying to say, because they're not even part of the Federation.
Yeah.
Like they're enemies, and in every subsequent, it's only by Next Generation that the Klingons are now part of the Federation.
DS9.
Yeah,
But
but also, and then of course Voyager. I mean, because every subsequent series, you get more and more different humanoid species joining. You know, like at one point the Cardassians are outside, and then the Cardassians are closer, and you know the Bajorans, and you know there's new species all come in.
So saying that, will they? Because I didn't see any other species. Do you think they will introduce a new species into this?
But they must do, mustn't they?
Because they're in the future, yeah. So they're going to come up with, guess what? There's new planets to explore.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
There'll be new things, new technology, new races.
Not just new, whole species to explore and see how they are in the future.
Yeah, because that was one of the things. That's why I love Deep Space Nine. Is how many new species came on board, and there were all these different, you know, and then even in the, you know, what do you call it, Voyager, you get again, you know, what was the little blue guy called? Oh God.
You know more about Voyager than me.
Neelix.
Neelix.
Yeah, and all the other different species that came on board, which was really interesting. And I've always loved. I was saying, you know, I've always loved the different species and stuff, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So I think we'll get to see some interesting species. Sure. Well, I'm hoping we get.
Do you think they will go to Earth? We'll see how Earth is in 930 years.
No. But you know something, yeah? The funny thing when the people who write the script, they always will probably write an episode here where somebody
goes to Earth.
travels to
That's
Earth.
what I mean.
But maybe not series 3, maybe what they'll do, if I was doing it, I'd focus on what's out there that they find.
Yeah.
And then in series 4, maybe I'll do at the end of series 3, something happens where somebody has to go back to Earth, so you get a chance to see Earth.
Yeah.
at that point.
Because if you remember Voyager, they only got into the other quadrant here because they were like catapulted so far in the future by the caretaker.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if you have a similar thing here where they're going to be catapulted back, or something from their time just get catapulted next to where they are, that'll be great. But it's all to do with like the script writers. Otherwise, everything should be fresh and alien.
Yeah, and I'd like to see if they had to bring in a different species. It'd be interesting to see the Borg, what the Borg was like. Because again, alongside also introducing new species in each subsequent series, each species that you knew became less of a threat. So when you first meet them, they're always more of a threat. So remember in the Next Generation, the Borg are like a massive threat. But by the time they get to Voyager, they're not such a threat. I mean, 7 of 9 is actually, part Borg, and they find a way to. So it'd be really interesting to see what the Borg would be like.
Yeah, and I also would like to see what because there's one race who knows about everything here that's in Star Trek and what they're doing here is the Q Continuum.
Yes, Q. Oh yes, because Q.
Q wasn't.
They know everything.
Yeah.
Yeah. And they just like to meddle in things.
Yeah.